It doesn't seem that long ago that Carl Pei left OnePlus to start his own company. Called Nothing, the company has, at the time of making this video, now released 4 different consumer electronic products. Most of those have been earbuds, with the Nothing Ear 2 having been launched recently and the company also selling the Nothing Ear Stick. You may be wondering which of these two you should buy, and what are the main differences between them. I'm Cam Bunton from Pocket-lint, and in this video I'll hopefully help you to decide. If you do like it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe and tap the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more of our uploads. So really, as complicated as we sometimes make our own purchasing decisions by overthinking, there are a couple of areas that we think will make the biggest difference to what it's like to use each of these two products. Now, first is design, and second is sound, which includes noise cancelling. So let's talk design, and firstly the buds themselves, because it's here that'll impact you the most. Now, what's funny about this is that when it comes to the casing and stem design, they're almost identical. They even weigh pretty much the same. There's 0.1 of a gram difference, with the Ear 2 being the tiniest bit heavier. Both also have that little recessed area for pressing to activate the controls, like skipping and pausing tracks and switching the transparency mode on. But it's the way that they fit in the ear that makes them different. The Ear 2 features that large, soft silicone tip that sits outside your ear canal and seals it up to offer the noise cancelling. Ear Stick sits outside, doesn't have that silicone seal, and just directs sound down your ear. Now, even if you don't have the active noise cancelling enabled on the Ear 2, you will get better passive cancelling on them than on the Ear Stick, purely for this reason. Now, regardless, we found both pairs are really easy to wear for long periods. The silicone tip doesn't have that invasive feel to it that we've experienced on some buds, so I'd happily wear them for hours at a time without developing any sore spots. If you have a small ear canal entry, or smaller ears in general, you might find it's different for you, but the buds do ship with smaller and larger ear tip sizes to fit different ear sizes. There is another design difference, of course, and that's the case. Just a quick glance is all you need to see the very different approaches to shaping and design. But each has its benefit. The cylindrical Ear Stick case has to be rotated to be opened, so there's no chance it'll ever accidentally spill open. I will say, however, I've been testing the square Ear 2 case, shaking it quite hard and even dropping it on the floor to see if it'll pop open, or spill the earphones on the floor, and it generally doesn't. The magnets built into the lid and beneath the buds themselves are really effective. Even with the case open and attempting to shake the buds out, it doesn't seem to want to let them go. It also has this little divot in the lid that's great for fidgeting and spinning in your palm. Similarly, the opening and shutting mechanism on the Ear Stick case is pretty addictive. On a more practical and objective note, the Ear 2 case is splash resistant to IP55 levels, and the buds themselves are IP54. The Ear Stick and water resistant too, but the case isn't. Now let's move on to the second big area, and that's the sound. And really there's one winner here, and that's the Ear 2, for a few different reasons. First, the Ear Stick sounds are a little bit harsher to our ears, with slightly overpronounced trebles and not a lot of mid-band frequencies. So you don't really get the sense that the subtle details are being elevated from the backing track. You can change the balance a bit in the EQ within the app, but the Ear 2 just gives you so much more. First, the default sound profile is generally more enjoyable to begin with. Sound is bassy with clear details, vocals and trebles that cut through really nicely, but the trick up its sleeve is the personalized audio test. It plays different frequency beeps over a backing track and increases then decreases the volume, and you inform it when you can no longer hear that frequency. And what I found after doing this test was that it elevated more of the frequencies and elements in the track that we couldn't hear as clearly before, producing an even fuller, more dynamic sound. With that and the noise cancelling that's built in, you can really lock yourself away in the music, delivered in a way that's really enjoyable. Plus, because you have noise cancelling, it's a far better experience in louder environments like commuting to work, or in coffee shops, or just being out and about in general. If all you do is listen to music in the quiet of your home, you might not see the need for it, but the better sound quality overall will make it more enjoyable here too. And for audiophiles, the addition of wireless 24-bit high-res audio adds even more detail to the music playback. Now, how much battery life you get depends on how you use them. At least it does with the Ear 2. Using ANC switched on all the time means less listening time, as you would expect. With this on, you get about 4 hours of playback time outside the case, and 22.5 hours total with the battery in the case. With ANC switched off, you get about 6 hours outside the case and 36 hours total. Ear Stick, because it's not as powerful and doesn't feature the ANC, can get you about 7 hours of music playback outside the case and up to 29 hours with the case. What that means for music listeners is you'll be able to go longer in one stint with the Ear Stick than you can with the Ear 2. However, call time is pretty much the same on both, with them both doing about 3 hours at a time. And because it can pair to 2 devices at the same time, you can quickly switch between phone and computer with the Ear 2, With the ear stick, you can't. And as a bonus, the case also lets you charge wirelessly. So if you have a phone with reverse wireless charging or a wireless charging stand or base, you can use that with the ear too. So in the end, unless you really don't like silicone tips, there's a clear choice here. Because even when it comes to pricing, there's not much in it, at least in the UK where I'm based. The Ear 2 is £129 versus £99 for the Ear Stick. It's a £30 difference, and you get a heck of a lot more extra performance for that money. Usually with comparisons, I come away seeing benefits to both approaches, but given how close they are in price and what you get for the money, it's the Ear 2 that I think most people should buy. I've been Cam, I'm at Cam Bunton on social media. If you want to get hold of me there, you can do. Let me know which one of these two you prefer in the comments. If you did like this video, please do, again, leave a thumbs up, it helps us a great deal. Tap subscribe and the notification bell, and then you won't miss any more of our uploads. And I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.